Well, hello and happy Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us here at Beautiful Faces Going Places. We are an online women's success network. I'm Carol Dockum, and our special guest today is Shannon Danistay, and she owns a company, 5-Star Social Media and Website Design. So Shannon has been in business operations, sales, and marketing since 1994, and as a multi-site regional operations manager, she's worked in every aspect of running a very successful business. Effective marketing is crucial. There's a lot more to it than simply just random posting. There is a strategy and a science behind effective marketing. If not done correctly, even the smallest mistakes can cost thousands of dollars. So as an expert in social media creation, management, and advertising, Shannon emphasizes the only constant really is change. Shannon, most business owners, especially small business owners, don't have the time to learn all of the details utilizing each social media platform effectively or really keep up with all the constant changes. So Shannon specializes in helping small business owners learn the basics or fine-tune their current marketing strategy. So welcome, Shannon. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you, Carol. I'm excited to be here and excited to be on Be Live TV. I think this is such a great platform. And we're really going to talk today about the social media do's and don'ts.
Okay.
So as a social media trainer, advertiser, the most common questions I get from people are, what should I be doing? What should I not be doing? Most of my clients are small business owners. So they're trying to do it all themselves and wear, multiple hats.
Yes.
Or sometimes their teenage kid is doing it for them. So
right.
They want to learn. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. The platforms are just consistently changing their guidelines and their algorithms. So it really does make it hard. And working with people, I do like a 3-hour one-on-one training to really work with people to help them learn, what they're doing right, what they're maybe doing wrong, and then teach them individually how they can start moving forward and making it not as overwhelming, not as scary, but most importantly, make it effective. That's the key, is to work smarter, not harder.
Yes, I love that.
Absolutely. So I just thought we'd go through some of the do's and the don'ts. Okay. Of course, everyone will be able to watch this video later. If you want to be able to take notes, that's great. But there's a lot of recent studies that have come out recently, and a lot of them have been centered around social media and what's effective and what's not effective. One of the most surprising studies that I just read, actually on Monday, was analyzing video content on social media and what type of video content on what platforms was most effective. So it was very enlightening. And we all want to be doing what's most effective, right? We don't want to be spinning our wheels. So
right, absolutely.
The first do is you do want to use video because video engagement is 59% more effective. Almost 60%. That's huge. More effective.
It is huge.
Than any other type of post. So video is where it's at for sure. And what was interesting to me is they said, what type of video? Does it have to be like the professional polished video? And of course, that always does well when your video is good and has a high quality. But believe it or not, a high quality, just regular video taken with a good phone perform just as well as the polished, professionally done videos. So I think the takeaway for that is don't be afraid to just do it. We're the first don't is that we sometimes wait till everything is perfect to do video. You want to make sure all your content is great, and you want to make sure your hair and your makeup are perfect. And I don't want to say you want to go on video looking like a slob, because you certainly don't.
Right.
Shower, brush your hair, put some makeup on. But
Right.
it doesn't have to be perfect, and that's the key.
Mhm.
So this study really showed that whether it's homemade video, on your cell phone, or professional video, both perform equally as well. So just go online, do a video, and post it. Good?
I love it. Seriously. Yes. Don't be afraid. Just jump in and do it.
Exactly.
Especially if you have something of value to share. I mean, I think that's
Right.
the main gist is to share value and make
Absolutely.
someone's day.
What was very surprising to me about this study is, and this is our second do, is do use the portrait mode instead of landscape mode.
Oh.
And I was like, what? That's
Right.
completely opposite from what we've all been taught. So I was shocked. But the results from this study were just hands down very clear. Is vertical video, especially on Facebook and Instagram. YouTube still did well with horizontal, so the sideways. But for
Mhm.
Facebook and Instagram, which for most people, that's the main platforms that they're using for social media, profile mode
Mhm.
was better. And if you think about it, 69% of the time we spend on social media is from our phones or our mobile devices, right? So if you've got
True.
your mobile
Yeah.
device in your hand and you're scrolling through, it's typically in profile mode. So to switch it over and change it to landscape mode is just one extra step. So the profile, as you're scrolling through your feed, you're looking at videos. The profile mode videos performed the best, and it was really shocking to me. It was that in the Facebook feed, in the Instagram feed, in Facebook video ads and in
Mhm.
Instagram video ads, it had 60% more engagement than without, the profile mode. So it performed 60% better than landscape. So that was all I needed. The studies are done. So from now on, turn your phone right side up and video in profile mode if you're going to post it on Facebook and Instagram.
Love
So
it. Thank you.
shocking. All right. So the next do is make sure that when you're running an ad on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google, that you're using the tools that they have available to you. And the best tool that they have available to you is the targeted audience. So when you're doing a boosted post, or if you're to that next step and you're doing a Facebook ad or Instagram ad, take the extra time to go into the audience, select your demographic, pick the area. So if you live in Cincinnati, do like a 50-mile radius around Cincinnati. You'll hit Indiana, you'll hit Northern Kentucky, but whatever city you're in, you can do that. Also, make sure that you're picking, do you want men, women? Do you want both? Do you want to target millennials? Do you want to target middle age? Do you want to target people 45 to plus? So really think about who your customer is. Who do you want to target with this ad? And then the most phenomenal part about Facebook, Instagram, Google is all the research that they have about the demographic. So go through and type in the interests, type in the job positions. So you might be looking for people who are career women, who are entrepreneurs, who are small business owners. You can look for people who've been married, recently, or who've gotten even divorced recently. So the amount of knowledge they have is phenomenal. Make sure you use. I lost you for a second. You
I
there?
know. I don't know what happened. But bam, I'm here.
Good.
Oh,
So,
that's really awesome. Thank you for sharing that because it is really, I mean, it's pretty simple and fundamental, but really identifying who is your ideal perfect customer, your avatar customer, who is it and where are they? So understanding the demographics and then really scaling in and honing in on that, I think would definitely boost the ads.
and if you're not sure, do some tests. Do a $10 ad with this demographic. Do a
Mhm.
$10 ad with this demographic. Really just it doesn't take a whole lot of money to be able to utilize the analytics that you have available to you. So run 3 different ads with 3 different demographics and see which one performs better. And you'll really start to gain a better understanding of what interests your potential customer. Because sometimes what we think will engage them and what actually engages them can be very different. So
Right.
it's always good to run a test. And that's the great thing is you have those analytics available, which leads me to the next don't, which is don't use your personal page for your business. They make it so easy now to create a business page. Literally, you click on the button that says create a page, and it walks you through step by step how to do it on both Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So when you're using a business page instead of a personal page, the benefit is that you have a lot of analytics available to you that you don't have available to you on a personal page. So you can do a lot more with the business page, which is what you want. And you can do it for free. So you don't have to pay extra for the analytics and the information. They want you to be successful because the more successful you are, the more successful they are, right?
Right.
So,
So, Shannon, what are your thoughts on creating your business page? And then if there's something, some information that you want to share, something of value that you want to, can you then share that onto your personal page from your business page?
yes. What Facebook and Instagram, what they don't like is for you to use your personal page as a business. So they'll penalize you for that. You don't want to get in trouble for using business tools or trying to sell from a personal page. But they are absolutely fine with you sharing from your business page to your personal page. You want to do that. Every single business post that you do, share that to your personal post. That's fine because it's originating from your business page.
Okay. Gotcha.
Just don't only use a personal page because you're hindering yourself when you do.
All right.
The next one is stories. So this is the big thing for 2019 is Facebook stories, but mainly Instagram stories. It is just off the charts in terms of engagement. It's about half the cost if you're advertising to advertise via stories versus advertising in the feed. And the click-through rate is higher. So it's a win-win. It costs you less and you get better results. So when you're creating an ad, don't use an ad that you create for a feed as an ad for a story. Make sure you do them separately because for those of you who've engaged in Facebook stories or especially Instagram stories, they look differently. They're full screen. It won't be as visually dynamic and engaging if you repurpose your regular Facebook ad or Instagram ad that is running in the feed and repurposing that for a story. So use them separately. You can do one ad, you can use the same picture, the same wording, but just create it for a story. And then you could do a separate ad, which you're creating for a feed.
Okay.
So you're still using the same pictures and materials. It's just when you're creating them, they're designed for that specific platform, and you're going to get better engagement.
Okay.
So
I've got to be honest. I have not jumped into tapping into Instagram and the stories for neither actually Facebook or Instagram. So
a lot of people haven't. You're not alone.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's why you're here today to share.
Exactly. to give you the latest insight.
Yes.
And so you can kind of be ahead of the curve
Right.
and really get on board before, the whole rest of the world does. So now is the time to really start utilizing your Facebook stories, but especially Instagram stories. And what I love, love, love about Instagram is that it connects you, of course, to Facebook, right? So when I do an Instagram post, I just check the button that says, do you want to share to Facebook? Well, yes, I do. But also, Instagram will let you share to Twitter. So I just check the button that says, do you want to share to Twitter? Why, yes, I do. And with one post, I'm sharing to 3 platforms.
Mhm.
So again, it's working smarter, not harder.
Yes.
And that's really, what so many small business owners want is they don't want to spend their entire day on social media and marketing.
Right.
So do
Exactly.
one, get three, win-win.
I love it. Yes, exactly. They've got a business to run, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Let's see. Facebook really has started promoting groups. So if you haven't taken advantage of this,
Mhm.
I really suggest that you join as many groups as you can in your neighborhood, in your town, in your business line. There's a lot of great groups that are out there. And not only can they provide terrific resources for you in terms of support and ideas, but they also perform a platform to share what type of business you're doing. So it's really another avenue for you to get new clients, to get your name out there, to share specials that you're running. Now, some groups don't allow you to post just whenever. So when you join a group, typically they'll show you the rules. So just make sure you look at what the rules are and adhere to those. Otherwise, you'll get booted out. And also, too, if you don't stay engaged with a group, Facebook will boot you out. So, so share ideas, engage with the group, like, comment, respond, just so that you're participating in the group and you're an active member. But
Right.
it's, again, a free resource. It's a great
Yes.
opportunity to expand your reach. So
Right.
take
I
advantage of it.
love it. Yeah. I love
Yeah.
your advice too, because I think number one, I should probably check with Facebook and see if I have been booted out of some of the Facebook groups. But you're right. It is an opportunity to really to engage and share information. And I think the biggest thing that I've discovered is not to spam. So it's not about that.
No.
It's about actually contributing
Yes.
and giving more. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, no, I think that's great. Really leveraging Facebook groups. And I
Yeah.
see we just have a question from Heather Clary. What are your thoughts about Twitter?
Twitter is a great platform. Again, it's a different type of client. People who are you want to just do quick little engagement items. And with Twitter, a real key link is using links. So even though you might not have as many words to share, what your post is, put a picture that's engaging on Twitter or video that's engaging. Make the video short, less than 60 seconds. Have the picture be a high quality, but something that really creates emotion with people. And that's for any platform. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You want the picture to be emotionally engaging. Keep a lot of words off the picture itself. A little bit of wording is fine on the picture, but mostly use your comments to write your words. And on Twitter, really utilize your links. So you want them to look at the picture, be engaged, read your little snippet that you have, your tweet, and then be engaged enough to click on the link that you've provided, whether it takes them to your landing page, your Facebook event, a video on YouTube that you want them to watch, but really make sure you're utilizing those links, especially on Twitter, Instagram as well, and any Facebook posts you do. Always make sure that your post includes a link so that people have a place to go when they want to learn more or to be able to take advantage of your call to action.
Awesome.
Great question,
Thank
Heather.
you. Yes, great question. Thank you, Heather.
So next is really about don't forget to use instant messenger or direct messaging. So this is another huge area of growth for 2019 is people are really starting to increase the amount of usage on instant messenger, Instagram direct messaging DM, and Twitter DM direct messaging. So this is really a great way for you to engage with your audience, your clients, because people respond very quickly. It's kind of like a text
Mhm.
message. People respond very quickly to instant messages and direct messages. So the cool thing about Facebook is that you can instant message somebody who isn't your friend. So, that sometimes is the hard thing is maybe you went to a networking group and you met this great, contact, but they have their Facebook profile set to private, which means they don't accept friend
Mhm.
requests from people they don't know, from the public. They have it set to friends of friends, which a lot of people don't realize they have. So that means that if I'm not a friend of your friend, I can't send you a friend request.
Right.
So the only way I can really get in contact with you is to instant message you. So you can search them on Instant Messenger, send them a direct message, and that's a great way to be able to really engage with people as well. So when you have an event and you want somebody to go to the event, you can invite them so that they see it. But also, too, you can create little groups within your Instant Messenger and your direct messenger on Instagram, same thing on Twitter. You can create little groups within your contacts. And then that way you can share specific messages, events, anything to those groups so that those people are more likely to really see it versus maybe that event or message getting lost in their Facebook feed or Instagram feed or their Twitter feed. So.
Or anywhere out there in social media, right?
Anywhere out there, exactly.
I think that's one of the biggest things that I have found or struggle with is that there are just so, I mean, in today's day and age, there are just so many ways to be in communication with not only, team members or colleagues and coworkers and or your potential clients and customers. There are just so many ways. And I think, that is one of the things I have been struggling with is like keeping track of and just being in the know. And then really understanding, number one, where are your clients or customers? Where are they? What platforms? And then having to be there. So
Exactly.
yeah.
And there are a lot, the next do leads right into that, which is do take advantage of a lot of the free social media scheduling tools that are out there. My favorite one is Buffer, Buffer, because you can have up to 3 platforms. So you could have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And it's permanently free. So a lot of the other platforms, it's just free for 7 days or 14 days. And if you wanted to eventually have more platforms, then of course you could upgrade to their paid services. But with services like Buffer, you're able to schedule your social media posts and then not worry about it. So you could sit down and really be able to, on Sunday evening, schedule all your posts for the week and say, this one wants to go out on, uh, you know, Monday for Facebook, and this one's going to go out on, Tuesday for Twitter. So you're really able to schedule them ahead of time. It's going to send them out on whatever platform, whatever day and time you've selected. And then that way you can focus on your business and not worry about other things. Now, if you don't want to use a tool like Buffer, Facebook does allow you to schedule just on their platform. So you have to do it typically from your desktop, not your mobile device. So log into Facebook from your desktop and then, or your laptop. Maybe it's Sunday night and you sit down and you've picked out your pictures, you've written some of the content that you want to say, you've recorded maybe a few little videos that you want to do. Then you can schedule all of your posts for that whole week, for the whole 2 weeks, for the whole month if you wanted to. And then they're going to post at that day and time that you've selected. And again, then you don't have to worry about it. If you want to go in and edit or delete a post before it posts, you can always do that because it gives you access to, it'll say you've got 5 scheduled posts. And you can click on that and then go into each individual one and edit them or delete them if you wanted to. But it really is a big time saving tool. And it takes a lot of stress off business owners because then, again, they can focus on other things and
Right.
know that their social media is still done.
I love it. Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. One thing you mentioned, Carol, was about really providing benefit to people. So, that's another do is to make sure that you're being yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. If you're a more quiet spoken person, don't try to be this super loud, energetic, obnoxious person, because that's just not who you are, and people are going to pick up on that. Or vice versa. If you're loud and energetic and in your face, then own it. Do it. Because there are people out there who are going to connect with you based on who you are. So be yourself in your wording of your content, in the videos that you're doing. Just be who you are, and that's going to really reverberate best through any other platform. But really, when you're on social media, of course you can sell, absolutely, but don't just focus on selling. The next don't be too salesy. People want to engage with you. They want to know you. They want to benefit from your service. So when you're doing a post or a video, don't just focus on what am I trying to sell to these people. Focus on what benefit can I give to these people. Maybe it's a tip. Maybe it's do's and don'ts. Maybe it's knowledge that or struggles that some of your clients have been coming through. So really make sure that every post, every video on any platform is coming from the place of giving and helping versus selling.
Yes.
And you'll grow your grow your business more quickly that way, and have
Right.
real solid engagement versus people who maybe really aren't that interested in your product. So
Right. No, I love that advice. Seriously. I mean, it's called social media for a reason, right?
exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
The last thing that I kind of want to talk about is tagging people. So when you're doing a post or a video, tag a location as much as you can, because if you're on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, let's say if I'm at the Boone County Library, where we did a couple of events, then when people search that particular place, or you could do Cincinnati, Ohio, or Westchester,
Mhm.
Florence, Kentucky, whatever location you're tagging, then when people look up that location, whether it's a tag or hashtag, you'll
Mhm.
also come up in that event or in that location information. So tag a location as much as you can, or a business place, but also to tag people that are associated with your content, but don't
Mhm.
tag people that aren't. So a lot of people will just go tag crazy. They'll
I've seen that.
they'll tag everybody they can think of. And not only is that irritating for the person, they're like, okay, well, first of all, I don't know you. And secondly, I have nothing to do with this video or this image, whatever. So make sure that if you are tagging people, it's a great resource to use. But only use it for people who are really associated with your content or your video that it is that you're sharing. So you can share to people if you want to, but just don't go too tag crazy, because it might end up giving you the opposite benefit that you
Right.
want. Yeah. And then the very, very last thing is know the best times to post on different media platforms. So you can Google it. They're always researching this, so it's always changing. But the latest ones that I found, and plan out your week. So, for example, Sundays and the weekends are the best time for Facebook. You typically have about 32% more engagement on Facebook during the weekends than you do during the week. So maybe Sunday is your Facebook day. Monday and Wednesdays tend to be best days, or excuse me, Monday and Fridays tend to be best days for Instagram. So Sunday's Facebook, Monday is Instagram. And for Instagram, you want to do early in the morning or later. So between 7 and 8, or between 5 and 6. So Instagram, try to stay away from the afternoons. It's not that you can't post, it's just that you're not going to get as high of an engagement. So with Tuesdays is one of the best days for LinkedIn. We know how busy Mondays are at business. So by Tuesdays, kind of people are a little bit more focused with business on LinkedIn. So Tuesdays are a great day for LinkedIn. And again, as you would suspect, early in the morning, like between 7 and 8, and then later between like 5 and 6 are great for LinkedIn also. Wednesdays are a great day for Twitter. So you get a lot of high engagement on Twitter. But Twitter people do not tend to like mornings. So stay away from mornings on Twitter.
Well, it sounds like I need to be on Twitter.
Yeah.
Wednesday morning.
It's good. 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock is good for Twitter. Then maybe Thursday, you go back to Facebook. Friday, you go back to Instagram. And then, Saturday and Sunday, your Facebook. So again, not to say that you can't post on other platforms at other times. And again, if your audience is really engaged on one platform, don't dismiss that just because the studies say that, oh, this is not a great time. If something's really working for you, then stick with it. But, if you're just new and you're starting out and you don't really know where to focus, sometimes it can be good to heed the suggestions and the surveys and to really post during times that typically show the most engagement and the best response to different posts and different videos.
Awesome. Shannon, thank you so much. You have just been a wealth of information. And I know, managing social media as you do, you always have to be top of your game. And as you emphasize that things are always changing, so you've got to really be on top of it. So if you want to, create some effective marketing campaigns for your business, or if you're an entrepreneur, I would like for you to share, where can everyone find you? And if they're interested in learning more about your services and or maybe scheduling a strategy call with you. I know you have been a huge resource for me personally and professionally with the launch of beautifulfacesgoingplaces.com and really helping me with my marketing strategies on the social media platform. So thank you.
You're welcome.
You are a wealth of knowledge and expertise and so professional. So I would love for you to share, where can people contact you if they'd love to learn more about what you do and what you offer?
Of course, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. The name of my company is 5-Star Social Media. So if you look underneath any of those, you'll find me. 5starsocialmedia.com is my website. But just, engage with me on Facebook, send me a direct message, let me know what it is that you need help with. I'm happy to answer, simple questions. I do like a free discovery call where we can sit down and just talk about your business and what it is that's working, what it is that you want. But the main thing for small business owners is really starting with, there's like a 3-hour training. And, we can meet in person. I can come to you or whatever. We can meet somewhere else. But to sit down together with your laptop and your mobile device and your iPad and look at what are you doing now, make sure all your settings are set up effectively, and then really together teach you how to create a effective post, create ads, link accounts. So your Facebook and your Instagram and your Twitter are all linked. Whatever platform you're on, a lot of times it's scary to think about getting onto the next platform. So really having somebody to work with you one-on-one can take that fear away. And then I offer just $50 a month for continued support and service. So then that way you can call me up and you can say, all right, I've been doing great on Facebook, but now I'm ready to, venture into Instagram. And we can, support each other with that. So
Awesome.
I love it. I spend at least half of my week probably watching training videos and going to trainings because there's always so much to learn. So don't forget, for you guys too, there's a lot of free learning resources out there. Take advantage of them. I guarantee whatever you want to learn, there's a video on YouTube. So take advantage of that. But if you want somebody to really work with you individually, I do that. I can also do your social media for you or create a website for you, whatever it is that you need. But I'm here really as that support, and that's what I enjoy doing. So thank you for giving me the opportunity.
You bet. Well, thank you so much. And as Shannon says, to work smarter, not harder. All right. Go out and have a great day. Thank you for joining us.
Bye,
Take care.
everybody.
Thank you, Shannon.